Live in the End, written and published by Books Reader. Introduction. The key to creation is not in the process. It's in living from the end product now. Living in the end explains why imagination trumps willpower, and why sensing your desire as already achieved generates more than a plethora of action steps. Similar to an actor who needs to embody the character to give a powerful performance, creation of your desires needs to embody their fulfillment now. In this revolutionary manual, you will learn why old-style goal setting does not work, how to live naturally in the space of wish fulfilled, and why feeling it real now is the hidden secret to creation. With this valuable insight, you will automatically manifest your dreams by simply being the individual who already possesses them. Lesson 1: The skill of living from the end. Living from the end is a powerful method of building your desired reality. Rather than concentrating on how you're going to get where you want, you live as if you've already gotten there. This simple but profound adjustment in mindset rearranges everything about how you build your desires. When the average person attempts to make change in their life, they begin where they are and attempt to determine how to get to where they want to go. They set goals, take action, and pray that it will work out. Action is crucial, but this mindset leaves them in the awareness of wanting something, not in the reality of already having it. Living from the end reverses this paradigm on its head. Consider how you feel and act when you desire something compared to when you have it already. When you desire something, there is usually nervousness, uncertainty, and deficiency. You are always checking whether it is showing up and questioning when it is going to appear. But when you have something already, there is an organic peace and assuredness around it. You're not wondering if you're going to get it because you already do have it. This is the awareness you're looking to develop. Living from the end is completely accepting in your awareness the reality of your want in imagination. In your imagination here, if you're wanting a new house, you're living as you're already in the house. You're enjoying the pleasure of moving through your lovely rooms. You feel the pleasure of hosting friends there. You retire at night thankful for your lovely home. Your whole awareness changes to one of possession instead of desire. It can look like just pretend, but it really is an influential creative energy. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between imaginatively experienced events and bodily ones. When you always live from the end in your mind, your subconscious mind takes this as reality and starts reorganizing your outer world to conform to this inner reality. The trick is to sustain this state irrespective of present conditions. If you are residing in a small apartment and visualizing your ideal home, you have to train yourself to perceive your present state as transitory while remaining steadfast on the awareness of already possessing your desire. It involves mental training and practice. Begin with minor experiments to boost your confidence. Select something fairly neutral that you prefer to have happen, maybe a phone call from a friend or a compliment from a stranger. Rather than waiting to see if it occurs, act as if it has. Enjoy the gratification and appreciation of that experience being fulfilled. Observe how this feeling is different from wanting and waiting for it to occur. Most people have difficulty with this idea because they feel they're rejecting reality or fantasizing. But living from the end does not mean resisting existing realities. It means deciding on which reality you focus your attention and emotional energies. As a pregnant woman has an inkling that she is carrying a baby before the whole world can see it, so can you be carrying around awareness of your wish fulfilled even before it can manifest in physical terms. Living from the end is a skill to be acquired. As you find success with smaller manifestations, you will build confidence enough to use this principle on larger desires. You'll find that the magnitude of the desire isn't an issue. The same holds true for parking spaces as it does for dream careers. What is significant is your willingness to stay in the consciousness of the wish realized. Being at the end is not about imposing on yourself something you think should be so. It's about softly but incessantly deciding to be in the state of possessing your desire until it feels ordinary and inevitable. With regular practice, you'll find yourself navigating life from a position of calm confidence as opposed to stressful wanting, understanding that what you want is already yours in consciousness and must thus become reality in your physical world. Lesson 2. Why imagination creates reality. Imagination is much stronger than people understand. It's the underlying power behind all human creativity and accomplishment. All things which exist in our man-made world were originally conceived of by an individual. From the machine you're reading this on to the chair you're sitting in, it all started as a thought, an image in someone's head before turning into physical form. The human mind can't tell the difference between vivid imagination and actual experience in the physical world. When you visualize something intensely, your mind triggers the same neural patterns as if you were experiencing it yourself. This is why top athletes practice visualization to enhance performance. The mind registers the conceived perfect performance as actual practice. Your subconscious accepts the images you show to it as commands for creation. It does not analyze if something is realistic or achievable. It just operates to synchronize your external reality with whatever you impress on it through repetitive imagination. This is why idly daydreaming about what you desire isn't sufficient. You need to do conscious, intentful imagining that feels true to your senses. When you envision your dream come true, you're actually rewiring your brain's neural pathways to hold that new reality. With repetition, these new pathways become increasingly stronger as older patterns of thought start to deteriorate. Your reticular activating system, that portion of your brain that screens information, starts to perceive opportunities and possibilities which relate to your conceived end product that you used to overlook. Take for instance a person who wishes to be a successful entrepreneur. As they persistently imagine themselves operating their successful business, making major decisions, and reaping the benefits of success, their brain starts to function as if it were already a reality. They naturally grow more sensitive to business opportunities. Think more strategically, and make actions consistent with being a successful entrepreneur. The secret is to preserve the feeling of naturality in your imagery. Don't strain or force the images. Let them develop naturally as if you are recalling something that has already occurred. The more natural and realistic it is, the more successfully it imprints on your subconscious mind. A strong method to build up your imagination is through constant practice. Take time every day in peaceful reflection, deeply engaging yourself in scenes that suggest your wish is already granted. Utilize all your senses. See the specifics. Listen to the noises. Touch the textures and feelings of having what you desire. Make it as real and vivid as possible. Imagination is not just visual. Others are more kinesthetic or auditory in their imagination. You may concentrate on the sense of confidence and contentment that comes from success or the dialogue you will engage in when your want is met. The solution is discovering how to do the method that's most natural and authentic to you. The transition from imagination into physical reality comes from persistent practice and unshakable trust in the process. Each time you practice purposeful imagination, you're putting another brick on that bridge. Your subconscious mind starts believing your imagined reality as a directive for creation and slowly remaps your outer reality to align with your inner world. This is not magical thinking. This is cooperating with the natural creative abilities of your mind. The seed has a blueprint for the mature plant, and your imagination holds the blueprint for your future events. By engaging these mental visions with focus and feeling, you let them take root in material manifestation. The process is one of patience and persistence. Keep living from the end in your imagination no matter what present circumstances. Your outer reality may lag behind your imaginal actions, but if you keep the sense of naturalness in your imagination, the bridge between your inner and outer world will inevitably be constructed. Lesson 3. Feeling your wish fulfilled now. The magic of manifestation is not in the wish or the want, but in feeling as though you already possess what you want. It is only when you actually feel your wish granted that you establish a strong energetic resonance that pulls your desire into the material world. This emotional presence is the key that opens the door to your manifestations. Feeling your wish granted is more than a visualization or an affirmation. It demands that you fully immerse yourself in the emotional experience of having already received what you want. If your heart's wish is a new home, you need to feel the happiness and satisfaction of dwelling in that home. Feel the coziness of your ideal bedroom, the enjoyment of cooking in your ideal kitchen, and the pride of receiving friends into your lovely living room. Creating rich sensory experiences reinforces this feeling state. Use all your senses as you envision your desire being achieved. What do you observe around you? What do you hear in your surroundings? What sense with you as you succeed? What touch can you feel? The more intense and detailed your sensory experience, the more tangible it is to your subconscious mind. Emotional congruence is essential in this exercise. It does not suffice to sense your wish granted during meditation and visualization exercises. You need to keep the sense through your activities of the day. Upon waking up each morning, sense already having your desire. Throughout the day, have your actions and choices reflect one who already possesses what you desire before bedtime. Rest in peaceful knowing that your desire is granted. Most individuals have difficulty with emotional blocks when trying to feel their desire granted. Maybe past experiences or present situations make it difficult to sustain this state of feeling. Your outer world is a reflection of your past thoughts and feelings. By deliberately choosing to feel your desire granted now, you're building the foundation for your new world. One powerful method is to identify the original emotion of your desire. What emotion are you really looking for? If you're looking for a romantic relationship, maybe you're looking for love, security, or companionship. If you're looking for wealth, you may be looking for freedom, stability, or abundance. Cultivate these original emotions in your current moment, without regard to outer conditions. Practice sensing your desire fulfilled in mundane moments. Driving to work, sense the satisfaction of being in your ideal career. Eating dinner, sense the pleasure of dining with your perfect partner. Drifting off to sleep, sense the calm of financial prosperity. These mundane moments become chances to reinforce your emotional connection to your desire. Your physical body mirrors your emotional state, so take note of how it feels when your desire is already fulfilled. Does your chest open with joy? Do your shoulders ease with relief? Does a natural smile spread across your face? These bodily sensations ground your emotional experience, making it easier to reconnect with throughout your day. Feeling your wish is already fulfilled isn't about pretending or forcing positivity. It's about tuning into the effortless sense of knowing that something is already yours. Think of something you currently possess and truly value. Notice how there's no effort in believing it's yours. That same relaxed, natural feeling is what you want to evoke when connecting with your desires. Your emotional state is your point of attraction. By always feeling your wish fulfilled in the present, you're not merely dreaming of a better tomorrow. You're manifesting it. Every moment you invest in this feeling state reinforces the bridge between your desire and its material expression. Make feeling your wish fulfilled your new normal, and see your external world change to reflect your internal state. Lesson 4, the state of natural knowing. Natural knowing is a state of absolute certainty that goes beyond belief or hope. It's the distinction between hoping you'll get a job and knowing with absolute certainty that the job is already yours. This state of awareness is what distinguishes successful manifestations from wishful thinking, and becoming proficient in it is crucial to consistent creation. Consider how you know the sun will come up tomorrow. You don't wish for it to be. You don't attempt to persuade yourself that it will be. You just know. You can build the same sense of certainty in regard to any desire when you comprehend the mechanism of natural knowing. It has nothing to do with forcing belief, but rather letting yourself find rest in the reality in which your desire is already present. The path from doubt to certainty starts with realizing that doubt is merely a thought habit. Just as you've developed doubts by repeated exposure to certain beliefs and experiences, you can grow in certainty by practice. Begin by finding places in your life where you naturally have knowing. You might know without a shadow of doubt that you can walk, read, or do particular tasks. This present certainty can be used as a template in creating the same knowing regarding your desires. One of the most obvious indicators of effective alignment with natural knowing is a lack of anxiety or desperate craving. When you really know something belongs to you, you don't have to keep checking up on it and wondering when it will get there. Think about how you behave when you've purchased something online and got word that it would be delivered tomorrow. You just go about your day naturally knowing it will be there. The same calm sureness should attend your manifestations. Establishing unshakable faith takes continuous mental training. Whenever doubt creeps in, subtly shift your focus to the sensation of natural knowing. Visualize your desire held within your palms at this moment, not as something that may happen in the future, but as something that already exists. Allow this sensation to penetrate your very being until it feels as instinctive as remembering your own name. Faith is not an action, it's one that you let yourself experience. Natural knowing is also about letting go of a need for someone else's verification. As much as you wouldn't need a demonstration that there is gravity because it will pull you to the ground, so you don't need material proof that your craving is satisfied. This knowledge happens from a space beyond reason. It happens because you tap into the creative ability within you. To keep the state of knowing, you need to practice mental discipline. When confronted with conflicting situations, remind yourself that the physical world is just catching up with your inner knowing. It's where you plant a seed. You don't dig it out each day to see if it's growing. You water it, give it appropriate conditions, and have faith in the natural growth process. A strong technique to build on natural knowing is by what may be referred to as memory of the future. Develop vivid recollections of activity with your aspiration as if it's already done. Don't merely envision them. Recall them. This mild move from imaginative visualization to actual remembering bridges the space between dreaming and knowing. Being in a state of natural knowing is your innate birthright as a self-aware creator. It's not something you have to attain or obtain. It's merely a state of awareness you permit yourself to be in. As you get used to being in this state, you'll discover manifestation less about coercing things into existence and more about letting your desires express themselves organically within your physical reality. Natural knowing isn't controlling results, but it's congruent with the reality in which your desire already exists. It is a state of deep peace and knowing that results from realizing your authentic creative essence. As you build this state, you will discover that your desires become a reality with more ease and naturality, simply because you know they have to. Lesson 5: Existing in the reality of your desire. Being in the reality of your wish involves fully being in the experience and sensation of possessing what you desire at this moment. This exercise is more than mere visualization or affirmations. It asks you to fully become the version of you who already has your desire. When you're really living from that place, your outer reality has no option but to become your inner world. Begin by imagining a rich mental movie of your perfect day. Visualize yourself waking up in your wishful reality, feeling the feelings, and going about your day as if your wish were already granted. Pay attention to the details. The way you stand, the way you treat others, the assertiveness in your voice, and the serenity in your heart. This is not a visualization exercise. It's a practice for the life you are walking into. Your physical space has a lot to do with staying in this place. Make tiny adjustments that align with your desired reality. If you're manifesting a successful business, create your workspace as if you already are that successful businessperson. If you're manifesting a loving relationship, clear some space in your home for your partner. These physical anchors reinforce your new reality and allow you to hold on to the wish-fulfilled feeling more easily. One of the largest hurdles in living from the end is coping with existing situations that appear to oppose your will. Your current situation is only the reaping of previous thoughts and beliefs. When confronted with contradictory evidence, admit it without arguing with it on an emotional level. Rather than resisting what is, just revert to the sense of your desire being fulfilled. It's like switching channels on a TV. You're merely tuning into a different channel. Create daily habits that support your desired reality. If you're manifesting good health, go about your day with the vibrancy and vigor of a healthy individual. If you're manifesting abundance, make abundant decisions from an abundant place, not a place of lack. These regular actions mixed with your internal knowing equate to powerful momentum toward your intended result. The same is true for your words. Your speech patterns ought to match your new reality. Notice the way that you speak about where you are right now and where you're going in the future. Claim as if what you want is already yours. Don't say, "I want to be successful," say, "I am successful." This is not denial or pretending. This is choosing to match your words with the reality you're experiencing. Higher-level manifestation skills include sustaining your desired state even in difficult circumstances. When things come up, refer to yourself by asking, "How would the part of me who has already realized this want in this situation?" Then respond from that place of knowing and authority. This practice builds resilience and fortifies your capacity to be in your desired state no matter what is going on around you. Being in the end isn't about fighting or forcing. It should feel easy and organic, like being yourself. If you catch yourself struggling to stay in the state, you're probably trying too hard. Go back to the easy sense of having what you want. Let it be easy. Let it be natural. Let it be real. The secret to being successful at living from the end is consistency. Make it your top practice to live in your desired reality in your mind and heart during your day. The longer you stay in this place, the more natural it will become, and the quicker your outer world will match your inner experience. This is conscious creation, selecting your reality from the inside out and letting the outer world mirror your selection. Dwelling in the reality of your desire is an empowering practice that changes your entire experience of life. As you develop this skill, manifestation shifts from trying to force outcomes to effortlessly allowing your desired reality to unfold. It becomes less about doing and more about being. Trust the process, stay grounded in your chosen state, and observe as your outer world begins to align with your inner experience. Lesson 6. Your inner conversations matter. The dialogue you hold within yourself has a greater impact on your reality than any conversation you have with others. These inner conversations shape your beliefs, emotions, and expectations, quietly influencing the direction of your life. The secret to creation lies not in the process. It's living from the end result now. Living in the end is why imagination beats willpower, and why feeling your desire as already fulfilled creates more than a multitude of action steps. Like an actor who must become the character in order to deliver a strong performance, creation of your desires must become their fulfillment now. In this groundbreaking book, you will discover why traditional goal setting doesn't work, how to live naturally in the realm of wish fulfilled, and why feeling it real now is the secret that no one has told you. With this insightful knowledge, you will naturally create your dreams by simply being the person who already has them. Lesson 1. The Art of Living from the End. Living from the end is a very effective way of constructing your ideal reality. Instead of focusing on how you are going to arrive at where you wish to be, you live as though you already have arrived. This subtle but major shift in perspective rearranges everything about how you construct your desires. When the common person sets about to make change happen in their life, they start from where they are and try to figure out how to reach their desired destination. They establish goals, make decisions, and hope for the best. Decision and action are very important, but this kind of approach puts them into the realization of wanting something and not being into the fulfillment of already having it. Living from the end turns this paradigm on its head. Think about how you feel and behave when you want something versus when you already have it. When you want something, there is typically nervousness, doubt, and lack. You are constantly checking if it is arriving and wondering when it will show up. But when you already have something, there is a natural peace and confidence surrounding it. You're not questioning whether you're going to have it because you already do possess it. This is the awareness you're seeking to cultivate. Living from the end is fully embracing in your awareness the fact of your want in imagination. In your imagination here, if you're desiring a new house, you're living as you're already in the house. You're experiencing the joy of moving through your beautiful rooms. You enjoy the satisfaction of entertaining friends there. You go to bed at night grateful for your beautiful home. Your entire perception shifts to a sense of ownership rather than desire. It may seem like just make-believe, but actually it is a powerful creative force. Your unconscious mind can't distinguish between events imagined and bodily ones. When you habitually live from the end in your head, your subconscious mind interprets this as reality and begins rearranging your outer environment to fit into this inner reality. The trick is to maintain that state regardless of current conditions. If you are living in a small flat and imagining your desired home, you need to discipline yourself to sense your current status as temporary yet firm on the realization of already having your heart's desire. It is about mental training and practice. Start with small experiments to increase your confidence. Choose something quite neutral that you would like to have happen, perhaps a call from a friend or a compliment from someone on the street. Instead of holding out and hoping it happens, treat it as though it already has. Savor the satisfaction and pleasure of that experience being met. See how this experience is dissimilar from wishing and hoping it happens. Most can't buy into this concept because they get the feeling they're denying reality or fantasizing. But to live from the end does not imply resisting current realities. It implies choosing which reality you concentrate your attention and emotional energies upon. Just as a pregnant woman gets a feeling that she is carrying a baby before the entire world can see it, so can you be carrying around awareness of your desire fulfilled even before it can take physical form. Living from the end is a technique to be learned. When you succeed with smaller manifestations, you will gain confidence sufficient to apply this principle to bigger desires. You will discover that the size of the desire is not a problem. The same is true for parking spots as it is for dream jobs. What matters is that you are willing to remain in the awareness of the wish fulfilled. Being at the end is not about putting upon yourself something you believe must be so. It's about gently but persistently choosing to be in the condition of having your desire until it becomes normal and inescapable. With consistent practice, you'll find yourself living life from a place of peaceful confidence rather than anxious wanting, realizing that what you desire is already yours in mind and must therefore become real in your physical world. Lesson 2. Why imagination creates reality. Imagination is far more powerful than people realize. It's the hidden force behind all human creativity and achievement. Everything that exists in our created world was first thought up by one person. From the computer you're reading this on to the chair you're sitting in, it all began as an idea, a picture in someone's mind before becoming physical form. The human brain can't distinguish between powerful imagination and real experience in the physical world. When you intensely visualize something, your brain fires up the same neural patterns as if you were actually going through it yourself. That's why elite athletes use visualization to improve performance. The mind files the imagined flawless performance as real practice. Your subconscious takes the pictures you present to it as instructions for creation. It doesn't evaluate whether something is real or possible. It simply works to align your outer world with whatever you imprint on it by constant imagination. This is the reason daydreaming idly about what you want isn't enough. You must perform conscious, intentional imagining that is real to your senses. When you imagine your dream fulfilled, you're actually reprogramming your brain's neural pathways to retain that new reality. Through repetition, these new pathways become stronger and stronger as older patterns of thinking begin to break down. Your reticular activating system, that bit of your brain that filters information, becomes aware of opportunities and possibilities that have to do with your imagined end product which previously you ignored. Let's say you want to be a successful businessperson. As they consistently imagine themselves running their successful business, making significant decisions, and reaping the rewards of success, their brain begins to operate as if it were already so. They become naturally more attuned to business possibilities. Think more strategically, and make actions align with being a successful entrepreneur. The key is to maintain the sense of naturality in your imagery. Don't push or strain the images, but let them arise naturally. Let them develop naturally as if you are remembering something that has already happened. The more natural and realistic it is, the more successfully it imprints on your subconscious mind. A good way to develop your imagination is by constant practice. Spend some time each day in quiet reflection, deeply immersing yourself in scenes that indicate your desire is already fulfilled. Use all your senses. See the details. Hear the sounds. Feel the sensations of possessing what you want. Make it as real and tangible as you can. Imagination is not only visual, others are more kinesthetic or auditory in their imagination. You might focus on the feeling of confidence and satisfaction that results from success or the conversation you will have when your desire is fulfilled. The answer is finding out how to do the approach that's most natural and real for you. The shift from the imagination to the physical world results from constant practice and unwavering faith in the process. Every time you work on deliberate imagination, you're laying another brick on that bridge. Your subconscious mind begins to accept your imagined reality as a guide for creation and gradually remaps your outer reality to conform to your inner reality. This isn't about magical thinking, it's about aligning with the natural creative power of your mind. Just as a seed holds the blueprint for a fully grown plant, your imagination holds the blueprint for future experiences. When you nurture your mental visions with focused attention and genuine emotion, you begin the process of bringing them into physical reality. This journey requires patience and persistence. No matter what your current circumstances look like, continue to live from the end in your imagination. Your outer world may take time to catch up, but if you consistently maintain that natural, effortless feeling of your desire already being real, a bridge will form between your inner vision and external reality. Lesson 3. Feeling your wish fulfilled now. Embrace the emotional state of your desire as already fulfilled, not in the future, but right now. This feeling is the creative key that turns imagination into experience. The manifesting magic isn't in the wish or desire, but feeling like you already have what you desire. You only really seal the deal, and make strong energetic connections when you feel the wish come to fruition. Then you create a powerful energetic draw that brings your desire into your physical world. Emotional presence is the key to opening the doorway to your creations. Feeling your wish granted is more than a visualization or an affirmation. It demands that you fully immerse yourself in the emotional experience of having already received what you want. If your heart's desire is a new house, you must experience the joy and contentment of living in that house. Experience the comfort of your perfect bedroom, the pleasure of cooking in your perfect kitchen, and the sense of pride in welcoming friends into your beautiful living room. Building rich sensory experiences strengthens this feeling state. Employ all of your senses as you imagine your desire coming true. What do you see around you? What do you hear in your environment? What sense do you have as you triumph? What touch can you sense? The more vivid and rich your sensory experience, the more real it is to your subconscious mind. Emotional congruence is necessary in this exercise. It is not enough to feel your desire fulfilled in meditation and visualization practice. You must maintain the feeling with your daily activities. When you wake up every morning, feel already having your desire. During the day, make your actions and decisions move like someone who already has what you want before sleeping. Rest in peaceful knowing that your desire is fulfilled. Most people struggle with emotional blocks when attempting to feel their desire fulfilled. Perhaps past experiences or current circumstances make it challenging to maintain this feeling state. Your outer world is a reflection of your past feelings and thoughts. By consciously choosing to feel your desire fulfilled now, you're creating the foundation for your new world. One of the most effective tools is to become aware of your original emotion of your desire. What are you actually seeking? If you're seeking a romantic relationship, perhaps you're seeking love, security, or friendship. If you're seeking money, perhaps you're seeking freedom, stability, or abundance. Develop these original emotions in the present moment, not concerned with outer circumstances. Practice feeling your desire being satisfied in everyday moments. Commuting to work, feel the happiness of being in your dream job. Having dinner, feel the joy of sharing it with your dream partner. Falling asleep, feel the peace of financial security. These everyday moments become opportunities to reawaken your emotional attachment to your desire. Your body reflects your emotional state, so take note of how your wish granted feels in your body. Does your chest fill with joy? Do your shoulders unclench with relief? Does your face smile automatically? These physical feelings ground your emotional state and make it more available in your daily life. Experiencing your desire fulfilled isn't about acting or straining to feel good. It's about accessing the inherent sense of knowing that it already belongs to you. Reflect on something you already possess that you love. Observe that there's no effort or tension in feeling its existence. It's the same effortless natural sense that you want to access with your desires. Your inner state is your point of attraction. By constantly being your wish fulfilled now, you're not just fantasizing about a better future. You're creating it. Each moment you spend in this feeling state strengthens the connection between your desire and its physical manifestation. Establish feeling your wish fulfilled as your new normal, and notice your outer world shift to match your inner state. Lesson 4, the state of natural knowing. Natural knowing is a place of absolute knowing beyond hope or belief. It's the difference between hoping to get a job and knowing with absolute certainty that the job is yours. This state of consciousness is what separates successful manifestations from wishful thinking, and learning to master it is essential to repeated creation. Think about how you know the sun will rise tomorrow. You don't want it to be. You don't try to convince yourself it will be. You simply know. You can create the same assurance about any desire when you understand the process of natural knowing. It has nothing to do with coercion of belief, but allowing yourself to rest in the truth that your desire already is. The journey from doubt to certainty begins by recognizing that doubt is only a thought pattern. Just as you have built your doubts through repeated exposure to given beliefs and experiences, you can build yourself up in certainty by practice. Start by identifying areas in your life where you have knowing naturally. You may know beyond a shadow of doubt that you can walk, read, or accomplish specific tasks. This current certainty can be applied as a model in developing the same knowing about your wants. One of the most apparent signs of successful alignment with natural knowing is that there is no anxiety or frantic wanting. When you truly know something is yours, you don't need to keep checking on it and asking when it will arrive. Consider what you do when you've shopped online and received notification it would arrive the next day. You simply get on with life naturally knowing that it will turn up. This same relaxed assurance should accompany your manifestations. Building unshakable belief requires consistent mental conditioning. The moment doubt enters your head, change your focus incrementally to the feeling of natural knowing. Imagine your want as it sits in your hands right now, not as the potential that someday it might, but as the reality that it already is. Let this feeling seep into your very essence until the point that it seems as natural as remembering your own name. As an action, faith does not exist. It's one that you allow yourself to have. Natural knowing involves also releasing a need for other people's validation. As much as you would not require a demonstration that there is gravity because it will bring you down to the earth, so too you do not require material evidence that your hunger has been met. This knowing occurs from a place beyond reason. It occurs because you allow yourself access to the creative capacity within you. To maintain the state of knowing, you must exhibit mental discipline. When faced with contradictory situations, remind yourself that the material world is only getting up to speed with your inner knowing. It's where you sow a seed. You don't excavate it daily to check whether it is growing. You water it, provide it with suitable conditions, and trust the natural growth process. A powerful method to construct on natural knowing is through what can be called memory of the future. Create rich recollections of activity with your goal as though accomplished. Don't just imagine them. Remember them. This subtle shift from fanciful visualization to real remembering crosses the gap between dreaming and knowing. Being in a state of natural knowing is your natural birthright as a self-aware creator. It's not something you must achieve or acquire. It's just a state of awareness you allow yourself to exist in. As you become accustomed to existing in this state, you'll find manifestation less about forcing things into being and more about allowing your desires to express themselves naturally in your physical world. Natural knowing isn't dictating outcomes, but it's aligned with the reality in which your desire already is. It is a deep peace and understanding that comes from tapping into your true creative being. As you cultivate this state, you will find your desires manifest more easily and naturally, just because you understand that they must. Lesson 5: Living in the world of your desire. Being in the reality of your desire means being completely in the experience and feeling of having what you want right now. This exercise is beyond visualization or affirmations. It invites you to become completely the version of yourself that already possesses your desire. When you're actually living from that space, your outer world has no choice but to become your inner reality. Start by picturing a rich mental film of your ideal day. See yourself waking up in your fantasized reality, experiencing the emotions, and living your day as though your wish had already come true. Notice the details: how you stand, how you treat other people, how assertive you sound, and how peaceful your heart is. This is not a visualization drill. It's a rehearsal for the life that you are entering. Your personal space has much to do with remaining in this space. Make small adjustments consistent with your ideal reality. If you are manifesting a successful businessperson, design your workspace as though you already are that successful businessperson. If you're manifesting a loving partner, declutter some area in your home for your partner. These physical anchors solidify your new reality and make it easier for you to cling to the wish-granted feeling. One of the biggest challenges in living from the end is dealing with current circumstances which seem to go against your will. Your current circumstance is merely the harvest of prior thoughts and beliefs. When faced with opposing evidence, accept it without defending it on an emotional basis. Instead of fighting what is, simply return to the feeling of your desire being met. It's similar to changing channels on a television. You're only tuning into a different station. Develop daily routines that enhance your desired reality. If you're manifesting health, move about your day with the energy and vitality of a healthy person. If you're creating abundance, make abundant choices from an abundant space, not a space of scarcity. These consistent actions combined with your inner knowing translate into strong momentum towards your desired outcome. The same applies to your words. Your communication patterns should be aligned with your new reality. Pay attention to the way that you're talking about where you are in the present moment and where you're headed in the future. Assert as if you already possess what you desire. Don't tell, "I would like to be successful," tell, "I am successful." This is not pretending or denial. This is selecting to align your words with the existing truth. Advanced manifestation techniques involve holding on to your desired state even when things are tough. When something comes up, refer to yourself by inquiring, "How would the part of me that already knows this want in this moment?" Then answer from that place of knowing and authority. This exercise builds strength and reinforces your ability to be in your desired state regardless of what is happening around you. Being in the end isn't about fighting or forcing. It should be easy and natural, like being yourself. If you find yourself struggling to maintain the state, you're likely working too hard. Return to the effortless feeling of having what you desire. Make it easy. Make it natural. Make it real. The key to succeeding at living from the end is consistency. Make it your highest practice to dwell in your desired reality, both in mind and heart, throughout your day. The more time you spend in this inner state, the more natural it becomes, and the more quickly your external world begins to mirror it. This is the essence of conscious creation, deliberately choosing your reality from within and allowing the outside world to align with that choice. Living from the reality of your desire is a transformative practice. It doesn't rely on force or effort, but on consistency and alignment. As you strengthen this skill, manifestation becomes less about trying to make things happen and more about allowing them to unfold naturally. Trust the process. Hold your inner state. And you'll witness your outer world gradually reshaping to reflect the reality you've chosen. Lesson 6. Your internal dialogue matters. The conversations you hold within your own mind shape your reality more profoundly than any words spoken aloud. Your internal dialogue influences your beliefs, emotions, and expectations. It is the silent architect of your life experience. Choose those inner conversations wisely, because they are always creating.